I'm making coffee. I'm making coffee currently. Hey, it's a Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, my dudes. And tomorrow we are doing the entirety of Fee on stream. Thursday is Halo 3 Boogaloo. I'm very excited for. We're finally playing Halo 3. It's been too long since I've done multiplayer on Halo 3. I'm trying to remember. Well, the last time was the last time we tried to do the Halo 3 Boogaloo, but that didn't work out. We didn't have enough players. Oh, sorry, I'm also wore out. Meanwhile, you're vibing to Europe shocked us, but Europe shocked by us in the by the U.S. Oh, Europe shocked by the U.S. or us, and I don't know. Ugh. Oh, Toronto, you might find this funny. You might find this funny. Hey, guess where my new job is? I'm not gonna go in detail and talk about that, but yeah, that I have a new job at a grocery store, and Toronto happens to work at the same store but a different location. I will say I am the frozen foods manager over at a store, so the whole freezer is mine. My freezer at work is actively trying to kill itself. No, I didn't quit the job I just got. I just finally showed off where I do work by holding up my badge. No, I've been there for the last 3 weeks, month, something like that now. No, I didn't quit that job. But Dozy found a new job. So that's awesome. No, but my as the frozen foods guy, we need the money. True. As the frozen foods guy, my freezer is literally trying to kill itself within my first month, and that's nothing I did. It just wants to die. Apparently the fans in there have been in there since the 90s, and they just want to die. Not right now. Well, I'm about to get paid tonight, so maybe we will. What do you mean a pair of axolotls? I only got the one. I only got the one right there. Also, speaking of things, the wall's done. Well, there's a small gap from whenever I set up my marker board over there, and I'm just gonna fill that in with tape so I don't have to take down the stuff, the ones that were there, and then fix it. And it looks fine. It looks perfect. You could do. No, because she doesn't like Minecraft as much as I do, and she just wanted to get it for me. We literally tried to track it down for me because you didn't get me one. Here, hang on. I can pull up pictures. Actually, I can just show off my whole office with the camera. Eto blah. Okay, so we're gonna go to the overhead camera. This guy. So the entire wall over here is done. Sorry, this camera doesn't have a wide angle. This entire wall is paneled out except for this gap right there, which is getting filled in by tape because it's just small and I don't feel like moving panels. So now I have this whole wall right here unpaneled. That did have panels on it before. This whole wall is going to get panels. And then this wall behind the cages right here, as well as the wall with the marker board, are going to get painted. So yeah, the office is getting a slight upgrade. Uh-oh. Vivi wants out and Kova wants in. Hold on. Kova went in. Come on. Alright. They can go out. Kova come in. Yeah, Crunchy Bait. Crunchy Bait. Crunchy Boy. Crunchy Boy is here. He does not want to be held. Crunchy old man. The law of equivalent cat exchange. This is not equivalent. He's a fat motherfucker. Meanwhile, she's a little demon. She's a tiny little noodly demon. Okay, so for those who have been on the last streams, you know that Tuesdays are now going to be React streams. So we're going to sit here, we're going to chat, we're going to chill at the end of my work week, because I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So this is my Friday. So we're chilling, we're relaxing, we're watching videos. I have a list of stuff to react to. That's the wrong button. If I go here, boom, I've got a whole list of stuff to react to. We're not going to watch all of this. We're going to go in order. We're going to watch the Deme situation stuff. CJ to the Champ videos are probably going to be next week, depending on how long the Deme situation videos take. So I only want to stream for a couple hours tonight at the most. I've also got some body cam videos. I've got Predator catches. I've got Ash's death tier list, which is something random that I found. Unironically, I've got the next two Tuesdays off. Okay, well, lucky you. I work Tuesdays. I just have the nights off. That Ash video is going to be long. It's not that long from what I remember. Here, real quick, we're going to see how long it is, because I don't remember how long it is. If I click this and then this. Oh, it's only 15 minutes long. That ain't bad. What are you crying about? I'm on vacation next week. The other guy that works Frozen with me is going on vacation for the second time since I started working there on Thursday. So I just get to work loads all by myself. I get to work all the orders myself all next week whenever I go back to work. Oh, well, starting on Friday when I go back to work, I gotta do it all myself. And Tuesday, the freezer's getting defrosted again so that they could do all the repairs on it, because it's fucking trying to kill itself. But yeah, that's pretty much my job now. It's basically my old one, merchandising, but I like in charge of the frozen stuff. I get a whole 2 aisles. It's mine. Oh, Toronto! When you see Ryan at work, tell him that that Ian is basically doing his job now. I basically do the same thing Ryan does at your store. Center store and work frozen stuff. Hey, I'm so glad that every 30 minutes to an hour, I get to walk into a freezer, to be honest. It is awesome. I get to go take my break out in my car, and then I come back inside and go step in the freezer, and I am good again. It's so awesome. I love it. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I've been trying to use my donuts. Yeah, you keep sending me all these donut things, and I can't even do anything until I do the next
Mega Dimension session, which is the 15th. All I can do is grind till I can get. I'm just the only thing I'm doing in Legend of ZA right now is grinding to get my shiny charm, and it is painfully slow right now because I can't do the hyperspace stuff. Well, well, people in produce have it lucky too. True, people in produce do have it lucky. They have their own cooler. Then there's also the meat department guys. Holy shit, Sybil! Hold on, you guys can see her too. She's cruising through the tube. She cruising. There she is. There's her little face. Come up front. Let me see you. You said no. I must go to the back. Get out of there. Made her fall off. Hey, girly. What you doing? I'm lucky she's not being mean right now. Usually she's actually a little aggressive. Are you stuck? You better not. You're not stuck. Are you just being dumb? Huh? Sybil, don't make me stick my fingers in your face, please. Okay, cool. She's not stuck. She can be a bit homicidal from time to time. She can be a tad bit homicidal. She does have some slight tendencies. She has some slight tendencies like that. Yeah, I know. I realized that the mic levels were really low whenever I was over there. My bad. She's usually got a little bit of, like, cage aggression, but as soon as she's out of the cage, she's fine. That's why I was like, I'm surprised you're not snapping at me the second I open the cage, because she's, like I said, tends to be a little bit of a bitch. Alright, let me grab my coffee real quick. I'm also about to risk the copyright to show off a song that I really like. No, it's not Rise Against. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna show the lyrics first. Does heaven ever mourn for me when I beg for a God that I barely believe in? Never a vacancy that makes it worth the sacrifice. I fucking die every day of my life. This shit... I have a personal beef with the singer of this band because he talked a bunch of shit. Or, well, I made a lighthearted fan suggestion. I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if you guys eventually, like, because they were very heavy back in the day, and they still are. But I was like, oh, I'd love to hear your songs acoustic. And he actually responds to me on Twitter, goes out of his way to say, why the fuck would we do anything acoustic? And then a year or so later, my friend is like hanging out at like a VIP thing from their show, and they're doing acoustic versions of their songs. Fuck you, Chris, you dickhead. So now it seems like he's suffering a little bit, and he's voicing his shit in his music. The other song is called How to Be Lonely. I can show you how to fall apart. A new way to disappear. It's my time to wilt with nothing left to bloom. They'll never find me here. This is how to numb the pain. A beautiful decay. I'm always drowning in the dark all alone. It's getting harder here to breathe on my own. I'm always digging down the same fucking hole where I've been peeling the skin from my bones. It just feels like I'm running in place, nothing but death underneath. It's a curse I can't break, so tell me, why would I stay here when time kills everything? Nothing but emptiness remains. I can show you how to be lonely. I'm always killing myself, going through the hells just so I can feel it burn. I guess I got what I deserve. I'm always dragging an empty lake. I've been giving it an empty. I've been living to suffer and dying to find an escape. I'm always dying to. Yeah. I've got a PhD in lonely. Basically, I need you to hear. No, we need to do it. Hang on. I'm gonna take the copyright. I don't care. Twitch doesn't give a fuck. YouTube's the one who nails me for it. And I download all my shit from Twitch anyway. I don't care. Go back to the lyrics. Literally screaming guitar riff. That shit goes hard. Oh, you guys can't even hear that. I just need to hear you. I just need you to hear him scream that I don't want to be here anymore again. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. All right. All right, you got me. Now let's go with something a little bit less heavy, because this one's not as intense. It's still heavy, but it's not as. I'm not gonna say. I can't say. I can scream. I can do the. I don't want to be here anymore. I need the chorus. Give me the chorus. Yeah! A lot heavier 3 Days Grace, but yeah. Whenever I am doing any practicing, I fucking die every day of my life. It's just, it's so good. It feels so cathartic to scream that. I won't do it unless asked. And I'm probably already in trouble for listening to music, so. But I'll still do it if asked. You guys got to know what you're getting into if I do make music, which I do plan to at some point, which you guys won't be able to hear dick. Probably. But I learned how to play something on this thing. Alright, that was the wrong song. Yeah, you can't hear this shit. Or fuck, what is the rhythm again? God damn it. That's the wrong rhythm. What? Don't say it out loud. I'll DM it to you. Well, you didn't say it loud enough for the mic. Okay. That's fine. Oh, god damn it. I can't remember the rhythm is really fucking with me right now. God damn it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You guys are immediately gonna know what it is. And I'm gonna get so dinged for this, but I don't care. Ah, I fucked it up already. That was the wrong fret too. Somebody's gonna skin me alive for playing that with a pick, by the way, but I can't play fingers. Yeah, I can't do finger. I'm still... I play metal bass and rock bass. I can't do the poppy finger bass shit. From time to time, especially with these thicker ones, but yeah, my fingers are fucking thick. My fingertips are fucking thick with these thick ass. Now, if you want something that cuts into your fingers, you get out this thing. The 8-stringed behemoth, which I can still play Beat It on. Well, yeah, that's how you get the calluses are from the thick ass strings, while the cuts are and the lacerations are from the bleeding fingers are from this thing. This is also just a metal string. This is also just a metal like instrument. This is just a pure avatar of noise. Let me just, you know what? Fuck it. I don't think this is gonna work, but let me try this. This is not gonna go well. This is actually, no, this is either gonna go spectacularly or this is gonna fail extraordinarily. We're gonna find out right now. Uh-oh. That's not coming through the right speaker. That's coming through my actual speakers. Hang on. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, make that stop. I'm sorry. Ah. Sorry. Yeah, that was painful. I knew that. I'm so sorry for that. I knew I shouldn't have done that. See, the issue I have is I use the same I use the same interface for my guitar as I do my mic. So the plan is to eventually get a separate one for each thing, for guitars and mics, so that I can actually do stuff at the same time, which I can't do now. I can't use the mic and the guitar at the same time, or it does that. So apologies for the loud noises that probably, and honestly, made any new people leave. So that you just got to deal with. Hopefully you get sound out of this. Let me try this. Hang on. Oop. You can hear the last note. You get the last one. You get the. Whoop. Nah, close enough. Good enough. Yeah, the plan is to upgrade. So I've got two stream decks in front of me. I've got the big one and I got the small one. The plan is to upgrade this old small one, get the Stream Deck Plus, which I can plug an audio interface into the back of, and then run the mic through the full Elgato interface, like the full Elgato ecosystem. And then have the Scarlett, which is my current audio interface, be just for music and instruments. I probably got dinged for like 6 things that I've watched already or listened to. Oh, we're gonna find out as soon as this is done. I'm scared. Okay, so we've already been streaming for about half hour, so I think it's about time. Okay, I was like, what song do I have queued up right now? I was gonna say, I'm gonna get hit again. YouTube, leave me alone. All right, so I'm gonna smoke real quick, and then we're gonna watch some videos on the Deme situation, which is gonna get turned into a video to go over on the new Ignis slot channel. Which, if you go, I believe if you go down below, let's double check this right now. Let's go, because you guys are on. Most of my viewers right now are on Twitch. Most of my live stream viewers, at least, are on Twitch. So let's go and check this out right now. So if you go to my Twitch, if you go down, it's not there. There should be a link to my link tree. So hold on. Not my link tree, my whatever it's called that I have beacons. I have a beacons link. So hold on, let me fix this real quick. Click, god damn it. We're just gonna do this. Doot. What do you mean enter a valid link? Shut your fucking hole. That is a valid link. I will kill. Does that work? How is that not a valid link? I'm not valid, apparently, guys. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, that worked. Okay, for some reason that worked. Okay. Okay, so Twitch viewers, if you're on my Twitch right here and you scroll down, you can click on my all other links button, which will take you to my beacons page, which this should be changed, but that's not Ignis got Isekai anymore. If you click on that, it's Ignis Slop. It is slop content. It is shit that comes out twice a week. I have privated old videos, so now only like the good ones are on there. Yeah, this is old. I need to go through and do some stuff. But yeah, this is not Ignis got Isekai anymore. I need to do some more updating. But the first channel, the first video on that channel comes out on the 6th. So it comes out on Monday. It comes out on Monday, and then videos will come out every Monday and Thursday. That is the plan. That way there are 2 videos a week on that channel, 1 video a week over on the second channel, and then live streams 3 times a week on the main channel as well as Twitch. And as well as the main channel will eventually be used for video essays, which I am currently working on. I have hold on. I have 1 fully written, 1 that's in the process of being written, 1 that has a 3rd one that has a title, and then the first gaming essay is in the process of being worked on right now. We're getting footage for that tomorrow. Anyway, smoke, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this. All right. Before I click on any of the links that I have, let me just double check something real fast. Because when I was putting that document together with all the links and everything, the demo stuff was still pretty fresh. So I want to see if there's anything. See if there's a more comprehensive video. Oh no, it's just all Rev. Okay, no, it's all the same stuff. Okay, nope, it's the same stuff. We're gonna go ahead and just use this list that I have. All right, so I have a spicy list of the entire demo situation, which unbelievably is 7 videos long. It's cold at this point, but I have to make a video. Okay, go away. Okay, fuck it. We'll skip the demo thing. Let me just update my calendar then. Hold on. I guess I'll delete that. You can go up here. You can go here. Actually, you know what? You know what we'll do? We'll rearrange this ever so slightly. No. We're gonna do 2 different things today. We're gonna do 2 different things. We're gonna start with this one. Okay. The biggest thing come out of the dynamic situation is on. So should I just watch that one? Because I can use that still. Because if the Mugen, the one about the Mugen. is talking about the entire thing, we can use this one video for that. Okay, so here's what we'll do. This way I can still use it. This way I can still use the footage. But we're gonna do something. Still gonna change. I'm still gonna change the order of this ever so slightly. So give me just one more second. That's not what I meant to do. Also, the title of my video for the demo stuff was "The Demo Situation Was Wild," so. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're watching the Mugen video. We're watching the one with Mugen at least. Okay. I know exactly what we're watching. You guys don't know the order we're watching, but I do. So we're gonna start with this one though. We're gonna start with the deme stuff. That's not what the fuck. There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So it appears we're adding yet another chapter to the Deme related situation. In my last video talking about this, I said it's unlikely that Deme herself is going to keep this going. Instead, it's going to be outsiders.
Surprisingly, she kept it going for 7 videos worth of content, Rev.
Fanning the flames and keeping this thing going. And she can thank Mugen for doing just that with his 1-hour YouTube video talking about the situation. And in his self-described objective,
I'm not turning it up any more than that. There's no way.
He includes a fake screenshot of Chibi. He also admits very important details that explain why Deme is a hypocrite, the main reason people are criticizing her, and also on top of that, the main focus of the video, nearly 40 minutes of it, is talking about the plappening and whether or not there was extracurricular activities going on in one of her
I'm sorry, I can't wait. So basically, Mugen used the fake tweet that Deme used, and then covered nothing. It covered nothing other than trying to prove that she is not a fucking don't sexualize me. Retweets the sexualized images. Now the whole. Okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
Streams. That is the focus he chose, and people are responding as such in the comments section, thinking that's the reason everyone's talking about this.
Wow, this is worthless.
Pretty much he's doing anything in his power to run defense for Deme. He has a history.
Okay,
of this.
yeah, basically,
if you
yeah.
Put a woman into the situation he's covering. He seems to have very biased coverage, and it's happening yet again with this situation. So here's Mugen. He makes.
I also just love how insane he looks in his profile picture. You look like you're trying to stir the pot.
Videos talking about various.
Do you see? The only reason you see just the face is because down below it's literally stirring the cauldron.
Drama. And with this whole Deme situation, he saw this starting point and focused largely on the whole stream situation involving her.
In case, okay, but it probably could have gone into the whole thing, but just this is how the whole thing started. Just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe for work or for me, but why did you make your VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy things or hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just a VTuber. Who do you see when you think of it? I'm hot take right now. Maybe, possibly base take. We'll find out. Not everybody, but a large portion of the VTuber community has some not safe for work elements to it. There's not safe for work fan art drawing. There's stuff that the creator themselves makes. It's like I said, not everybody. There are some safe for work people out there, but she definitely leans more in the direction of not safe for work. But then tweets shit like this, and then retweets the Gooner fan art. Open Deme's Twitter. I'm gonna open Twitter off screen. And then pull up Deme's Twitter. the best choice he's ever made. Deme art. I don't want to click that. And honestly, I don't think I want to. Okay. Hang on. Hold on. Okay, this one's kind of safe. That one's safe. I guess you could consider that safe. To be honest, it's because of her model, but a lot of the art is just like, oh, well, there you go. There you go. I'm glad this isn't on screen. Retweeting every single art. Again, it's the way it's the way their models are. Like, it's like that's the way the art ends up like that most of the time, but some of it is a little bit more on the degenerate side. Like I said, I'm not flaming everybody. But still, I'm getting off of her Twitter now. Okay, back to this
situation we're talking about, but also changing the physical nature. It's basically the essentially it's a cosplay for a VTuber. It's a VTuber's version of cosplaying as a character. Of course.
Oh, this is the wrong video. I was on the wrong thing. I was watching another Red video before the stream started.
Her. Now, in his coverage,
Oops.
you can see right from the thumbnail, that is the exact sort of message he is trying to send. But in it, he makes the same mistake that Deme made. In his video, at least the original version of it, he included a fake screenshot from Chibi Reviews, a fake tweet that Deme originally posted in one of her crash outs, where it says, went to Walmart today and saw some cute lollies, which honestly made my day, trying to paint him as some sort of a predator. Now, of course, Mugen would have to edit that out after backlash, realizing it was a fabricated tweet. Now, this is the real tweet in question, just to specify. He was talking about a baby kangaroo being held in Walmarts. Now, of course, this was so egregious that even Deme would edit her tweet to remove the inclusion of that screenshot, but Mugen learned literally nothing. Like, it's actually pretty shocking he would include that, because
What was the last controversy Mugen got into? Was it when was it? Oh, it was the whole Saikuno thing. I think bro just needs to quit yapping, to be honest.
Either A, at worst, he included to be malicious and paint him as some sort of a predator, or B, he didn't do his research whatsoever, because as a part of the timeline of events, you have a very serious one where Deme posted that
about Saikuno
and even updated her tweets to remove it and didn't want to spread misinformation. Now, calling people a predator willy-nilly is nothing new to Mugen. In fact, with the whole disaster that was his coverage of the Saikuno situation,
there it is,
in this now deleted video that got over 2 million views, he labeled Saikuno as a predator. Now, that wasn't based on any harm to children this guy was doing. It was because he was a serial cheater. And unfortunately for Mugen, he took the word of this e-girl Himomo, who made this Google Doc that has over 40 million views, where they labeled him not only as a serial cheater, but as a dangerous predator. The same rhetoric we saw in the video where he covered this Google Doc. Now, anybody looking at this Google Doc on a first glance would know how glaring the issues were with it, and we saw all the people involved with it and all the extra stories that came out of this and the women who stepped forward to share their experiences. It all fell apart. In fact, Himomo herself released in the Google Doc a Discord conversation with Saikuno when she knew the girlfriend was crying in the other room after discovering all the cheating, and she tried to get with him. She wouldn't let him go. And when he rejected her, shortly after she released her Google Doc. In fact, Mugen would have a multi-day crash out on Twitter where he simply couldn't say, I'm sorry, and be genuine about it. Isn't that ironic given the situation we're talking about? and he would go on a whole
Typical
tirade
content creator type
because
shit.
people were criticizing him for labeling someone as a predator so willy-nilly. In fact, even Deme would call him out. In the replies of one of his crash outs on Powder for criticizing him and questioning his bias and his reliability as a narrator, Deme would say, "Mugen, take a step back. What she said wasn't even unreasonable or a personal attack." Personal attack, interesting. "You rage baited yourself in this one. It's fair, in my opinion, to criticize the usage of dangerous predator in the post. You should know better as well. You know what it's trying to imply." So even Deme called out Mugen for this sort of vocabulary. And here he is again sharing a very clearly fake screenshot to
And then doesn't take a step back, continues doubling down and making bad take content.
paint Chibi as some kind of a predator, and either through his own malicious behavior or his incredible lack of research, he shared that and tried to paint another dangerous set of labels to the person he's covering in his video.
No,
And of course,
James.
his response to all of the backlash was to release an apology video about the Psychono situation, which he would delete after a week. And he would also kind of coast into the sunset, saying, well, still millions of people enjoy my videos, so whatever. Humble flex, which of course Deme
Humble
is
flex.
no stranger to flexing on people on the internet. But also in his pinned comment,
Girl,
he
come
also
here.
says that Lolly represents underage characters, and he corrects himself saying the technical definition is underage looking characters. It's no surprise that a normie like Mugen wouldn't even understand what he's talking about in a tweet or a fake tweet that he's using to attack someone. And also this guy's head would roll if he actually figured out what that term meant, or he came across a character like Rebecca from
Studio-
Cyberpunk, which is a
the lolly must stay. You don't understand.
Lolly, which completely crushes his narrative. But that's not too surprising given the fact that just about 2 weeks ago, he had a
Where are you
crash out
going?
on Twitter where he was somewhat agreeing with and also trying to dunk on Asmongold over his
It's always
takes
ironic when Rev's talking about lollies. It's true. But everyone's an anime girl on the internet nowadays, so
involving Eevee from Stellar Blade. And also in Mugen's video about the Deme situation, he talks about this video from the Internet Anarchist, a proven plagiarist who made a video about Chibi reviews, which ironically enough included a fake screenshot at the beginning of the video, which was also edited out. And when Mugen is describing this video, he describes the high volume of dislikes and negative comments as brigading, his words, brigading by Chibi reviews, seemingly under his direction, not genuine feedback to a horrible video that initially started with slander and also followed by crash outs on Twitter by the same person. No, it was
no, see, James, because you've changed your profile picture on Discord. You are no longer 343 Guilty Spark. You are now Stardust Dragon. Or Stardust Synchron, sorry.
all brigading. It wasn't actual criticism, it was all brigading. But when it came to Deme and the reaction people were having to Chibi, anything that came his way in the situation was just backlash because he's a controversial person and he picked a fight and all of that. It's a very interesting dichotomy where he's basically saying anything Chibi does is brigading, anything that happens to him is just, well, par for the course. But of course, in the video, he spends the second most amount of time talking about all of the stuff that Chibi has gone through, including the situation with his ex-fiance who cheated on him. He goes through the grueling details of all these low moments in his life. And I guess that is
She's trying to hit the space bar.
context for Deme's response to his hypocrisy criticism given her art standard, where she brought up that his fiance cheated on him and then she laughed about it. And at no point ever
Let me laugh at you, but don't laugh at me about my stuff. you laugh at me, you're a bigot and a creep and a weirdo. But I'm gonna laugh at you when you suffer. What is she doing? Are you hanging out? Are you chilling? Hold on, I gotta. She's chilling. She's hanging out. Oh, she's becoming a bracelet slowly. Okay, she's just gonna live on my wrist now for the rest of this. That's cool.
Does Mugen talk about Deme's relationship and the fact that she took back a guy that she alleged physically and verbally abused her? Now,
Stabbed her or
expecting
slashed
him to
her.
bring that up just to get a dunk on Deme. It was because of the hypocrisy, not only bringing up low moments, but low moments involving a relationship. And when it comes to Deme's situation, she has routinely shamed anyone who wants to bring up her low moments with her relationship. Mugen never shares anything about this. This is like the crux of why people are criticizing her and calling her a hypocrite. How can you make an hour-long video and not include any of this? It just shows an incredible amount of bias, and it's incredible to miss. It really is. If this guy thinks he's taking an objective look at the situation, this is a pretty awful way to do so. But of course, when it comes to Deme, another thing he doesn't talk about very much is the apology. He reads the tweet but doesn't really harp on the fact that she calls him a piece of crap multiple times and clearly doesn't feel too sorry, especially given the fact she ran to her echo chamber on Discord and said the apology wasn't even for Chibi in the first place. But he also doesn't bring up her history of hypocrisy when it comes to accountability and genuineness and apologies, which she would launch against people like Cinder, mocking her attempt at accountability.
Don't bring her up
apologizing,
again.
saying it's not genuine and that you need to basically do better, right? It's incredibly hypocritical. This response would be a great response to her apology or non-apology.
There she goes. There she goes. She's leaving. Okay, Sybil, you're making me nervous. Sybil, 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 Sybil. That's enough. That's enough. You don't need to go that far away from me on there. This little goob. That's a fucking toad on my monitor. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, back to this. Sorry.
To Chibi. So instead of focusing on the main criticism, which is the hypocrisy, he spends about 40 minutes of his video talking about the plappening, whatever you want to call it. I know it's a bit of a meme. It's a debate about whether or not she actually was doing something with her boyfriend or anyone on stream. And
I don't know.
As I have stated, I don't really care if it happened or not. Nobody really knows for sure. The only reason why I've even brought that up is because of context, because she would respond very, very routinely to people bringing up this possible scenario, and she tried to divert the narrative over to that instead of the hypocrisy and mean girl behavior. And guess what Mugen does? He sweeps for her. He does the same thing. He focuses largely on this, and it's reflected in the top comments talking about the getting railed on stream part is a litmus test for the terminally online. That is the majority of the comments. They're talking about that situation, not the hypocrisy, because the hypocrisy was never given to them, and that was seemingly intentional. How else do you explain this situation? And also, just look at these comments.
I just find it funny, like Grev says, yeah, I'm a bitch. I've been this way. You should expect this. But the second that, like, she's getting criticism for that shit, but then the second she starts getting criticized for maybe possibly getting railed on stream, that's when she's like, no, nah, not me. No, I don't like not safe for work content. I'm non-sexual. I don't do that. You're proving hypocrisy as we fucking speak. as I sit here with a snake like a villain.
He's an ICE supporter. That's all I need to hear. Oh boy, the virtue signaling is very strong in this comment section as well. But of course, Mugen would post this onto Twitter, and he's getting absolutely bodied. There's proposed notes, and he's getting 300 likes versus 300 comments, and almost all of the comments are dunking on him, saying another garbage
Snake
video
stream.
full of misinformation, fake tweet, and another proof
Snake reaction.
that Mugen is incapable of doing thorough fact checks. I'm guessing he's going to glaze Deme in this video and crap on Chibi. We all know you can't fact check after the psychodrama. Stop embarrassing yourself. You want to be third-rate journalist. Objective, dude.
Want to be third-rate journalist? You just got J. Jonah Jameson. God damn. J. Jonah Jameson just reaming Peter Parker is what that sounded like.
You're one of the least objective ones here, objectively. Deme hates not safe for work post. Deme reposts not safe for work post. Chibi Review says it's hypocritical. Deme, oh wow, you got cucked. LOL. That's the drama. Of course,
basically
ignoring the layers of hypocrisy, but yeah, it's not really the focus shouldn't be on the whole stream situation. That was not why this all blew up so.
You're a third-rate journalist with a fourth-rate blog. Seto Kaiba, come on down.
Quickly, it was the crash outs, the hypocrisy of Deme. That's what was the real focus here. And this person says, doesn't realize the drama started because she was making fun of a guy being cheated on. It almost led to an attempt. She made an apology that wasn't an apology while also crap talking him more. And in her Discord says the apology
The gears are already turning for an edit to make with that.
wasn't for him and only
This is supposed to be non-editing channel. Fuck you. What are you doing to me?
for her mental. Chibi calls her a virtue signaler like it was the smallest of things that lit the match, but she literally obviously poured gasoline on a bonfire and lit it because she got very mad very fast over one person when many others were calling her a hypocrite. And I think that is a great explanation of really what happened here and the lack of information provided by Mugen in his coverage. It was omitting the most crucial details while including fake tweets. Like, it's terrible coverage. Like, this guy sat on this for a week. He waited until the narrative has been painted, or at least the narrative he thought was out there, and his coverage is a disaster. How do you have that fake tweet? How do you leave out the core hypocrisy of the situation? He is literally sweeping for Deme in this situation, whether that was his intention or the product of just bad research on this. I don't really know. I don't really care because that was the product. He has ran with a narrative.
Don't call me a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite, and I'm definitely not a... Sorry, it might be a little bit extreme, but basically is the argument. Girl?
Look much better and omits the most
She's touching the space bar
of this situation that drew her the criticism in the first place. I'm not too surprised at this point that
Mugen, as a drama tuber with 1 million followers, I do that every day.
That Mugen is fumbling the ball and feeling very free to put in very serious stuff into his video that ultimately turns out either fake or incredibly disingenuous, but here we are. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads as well as multiple streams a week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
So yeah, the Deme situation was crazy, insane, wild. I don't think there's been any updates than that. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if the snake is curious of the board. She's just cruising. She's generally curious of a lot of stuff. Here's a quick animal education for you. Ball pythons, snakes in general, usually, they have two modes. When they have curiosity and they have so they have the curiosity and then they have their prey instincts. So right now, she's fully working off her curiosity. She doesn't know what's exactly going on. She's a little tense right now. I was gonna demonstrate the whole tongue flicking thing that she does. Are you just gonna be tense right now? Can you okay, there you go. Let's start there you go. Let's start cruising, let's start being curious. Let's be educational. Come on. Okay, so you can tell the difference between her being anxious and her being curious, which is inquisitive, which is what you want, by the how frequent and how fast her tongue is flicking. Right now, she feels some intimidation. She's not scared or anything, but she's just trying to figure out what's going on. But if I were to unwrap her a little bit here and make her start moving. Oh, can you demonstrate for me? Can you be good? So right now, the every once in a while tongue flick and slight, her tongue only coming out slightly is her just testing the air. Those, the quick, frequent tongue flicks are her being curious and inquisitive. She's not threatened right now, if you can even see her tongue. Can you flick your tongue for me so I can see if you can see it on camera? No. Okay, yeah, you can see it. When she's doing it very quickly and she's doing it fast, she's just trying to get all the sense and taking as much information as she can. She's not threatened. She's just cruising. She's curious. They're very smart. Ball pythons are a little bit slower. They're a little bit dumber. I'm not gonna lie. Than some bigger pythons like the reticulated pythons are extremely intelligent. Lizards and iguanas, the bigger ones like Sal, my water dragon, green iguanas, rhino iguanas are extremely intelligent. Monitor lizards are trainable as well as some bigger iguana species are trainable. And they're basically like big puppy dogs. Meanwhile, this is just a noodle. What? Oh, she's finished her onboarding for her new job. Right, I'm gonna put her back in her cage now. Huh? Someone's out. Sal's turn. Sybil, you go back in. There you go. You sat and showed with me for that entire video. Now, look at this guy. He said, no, I don't. I don't want to come out. This guy. He's really smart. This is Sal. Whoa! What are we freaking out about? What? Do you not want to be on camera? Are we camera shy? What are we being okay? What are you being aggressive about, huh? Is it the light? Do you not like the light? You not like the light? I'm sorry. Is that too bright? I'm sorry. Hang on. There he is. Too bright. I'm sorry. Here. Oh, goodness. What are you freaking out about? What are you doing? What are you freaking out about, bud? Bro is having a meltdown. You can't even see him. Oh. Where are you going, dude? What is the deal? You've never acted like that. What is your deal? Did you not want to come out? Or are you going to bed? He has nothing to do with being on camera right now. Can you not see yourself now? Was that the problem? Can you see yourself? I don't know what you were doing. What are you freaking out about? Fine now. Never mind. Where you going, dude? What are you trying to do? Why are you freaking out? Huh? Me trying to show people how smart you are, and you're being a little dummy. Oh, Vivi. He's being a little dummy now. When I'm trying to show off how smart he is. What are you doing? Anyway, he's a Chinese water dragon. He's usually very nice, and he's not as thrashy as that. I don't know what his deal is. Are you gonna be chill now? I had a python in him, a Hancock. Oh no, not Hancock. Are we good? Face scratch. Oh. What? You're not going to get nothing. You want to go up? You going back up? You going to your spot? Come on, get up on your rock. Huh? You good, dude? Hey, come here. Let me see real quick. No, he's good. You didn't be. I probably didn't. I'm sorry. Leave you here for a minute. And chill out. You can climb up when you're ready. Might have stretched him out a little bit. He's not happy. I think I stressed him out. My bad. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He wasn't having that. Hold on, guys. You're good. Too much light. Too much light on his eyes. Hold on. What? He's fine. He's fine. He's also old. He's like 9 now. They only live to be like 15. He's in his senior years. Huh? Okay, we'll go get food here soon. Waiting for the paycheck to hit. I'm gonna watch one more video and then we'll probably call it. Alright, you heard that, guys. The woman's hungry. So we're gonna watch I think the next one I had planned was, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch Ash's death tier list since we talked about it earlier. We're gonna save CJ the champ for next time. And we'll probably do an entire stream of CJ the champs just so I can do like a longer video over there again. Go to the zoo, by the way. They have new animals. They just got a new zebra was born. 2 new ostriches arrived in June. An ocelot named Zuko debuted at Big Cat Country, making him the first ocelot in the zoo in 57 years. We got 2 two-toed sloths. We got the African painted dogs had puppies. We have cheetah cubs, the famous quintuplet cheetah cubs born in May 2025. And Amur leopard cubs. Oh wait, no. There's a new one. There's another new one that just came in. Is it the clouded rat? Giant cloud rats. We got giant cloud rats. Look at these little guys. Look at them. Look at this little guy. Giant cloud rats now. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of new stuff at the zoo. I still don't know what you mean by bringing in dinosaurs. We already got a dinosaur. They got a Komodo dragon. Oh, his name is Charlie! I didn't know his name! His name is Charlie! What are the names of the sloths? Rolo and Pancakes. I couldn't remember their names. Now I really want to go to the zoo, but it's so fucking hot. Nothing's gonna be out. Nothing's gonna be out if we go to the zoo right now, unfortunately. Just vibe and pierce the sky real quick. Good luck, Charlie. He's so cute. Fuck you. Hold on. I got good pictures of him. Send him to my mom. Hang on. Oh no. Where are they? A little bit further back. Hang on. Hang on. Here he goes. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Oh, the majestic picture of him in the fucking rain. Look at that. And then I got a good picture of him sleeping. Be careful with the scrolling. Oh, this is in my mom's, like, the chat with my mom. Him sleeping. Another one of him sleeping with the fountain going. Yeah, that's the end of it. That's just the 9 pictures of Charlie that I have. Alright, I guess I'll have to add that to the list. Let's go ahead and watch this other video so we can get off of here. We're gonna watch Ash's Death tier list. I love the thumbnail. It's just him with a sword through his chest. That's brutal.
In this video, we're going over Ash's deaths tier list. I never thought I'd say those words, but here we are. You have the troll
Yeah,
tier,
no.
the sad
The only reason I put this on the list, by the way, was because the title is what the fuck? What do you mean by that? I know he's died several times, but what are we talking about here?
tier, the painful tier, and I'm saving the greatest secret tier for the end. Let's start with the troll tier. These are the times Pokemon faked Ash's deaths, or when Ash should have died. First up is when Pokemon made us believe Ash got murdered by a wild Gyarados in Pokemon Journeys. Funnily enough, this happened in an episode featuring Mewtwo, but that isn't what almost killed Ash. As Go and him were traveling to locate Mewtwo's whereabouts, they stumble upon a river, and as they cross
Ash might as well be a
loud
Time Lord.
splash is heard nearby, so they look over, only to find a wild angry Gyarados swimming directly towards Ash. Then suddenly, before anyone can move, Gyarados dive bombs Ash, absolutely demolishing him in the process. Or so it appears, because he apparently jumps right away just in time before Gyarados smashes into the stone. Yet,
Dude, you
a few
just
seconds
cause you have battle bond with Greninja does not mean you can move like Greninja. Get fucked. You should have died.
before, we can clearly see Ash not moving and just accepting his fate.
Ju-
But I guess
just-
Ash is the Flash or something, just in time before Gyarados smashes into the stone. Yet, a few seconds before, we can clearly see Ash not moving
Huh.
and just accepting
Guess I'll die then.
fate. But I guess Ash is the Flash or something, since there's no way any normal person can go from here to there in less than a split second. Also, not even a minute later, Ash can go fall off a waterfall that 100% would have been high enough to kill them on impact, so basically, that's 2 deaths with 1 Gyarados.
Fits
Since
Ash
we're
as
on
the
topic
chosen
of
one.
Ash falling from really high places, I should also take this moment to acknowledge all the times Ash threw himself off ledges to save his Pokemon. Most notably, you got him jumping off Lumiose Tower, just a 40-story building, to
Yeah,
save his
right?
Pikachu. Literally risking everything without any backup plan in mind, and would have been a pancake if Mega Blaziken hadn't come and rescued them. There's
Yeah, but not with Ash in it. Ash isn't in the anime anymore. But there's rumors that he might be returning for something. I don't know. Didn't he have Talonflame and Noivern at that point? Like, you couldn't have been like, "Hey, follow me," like kind of grab me as like as we catch Pikachu. What are you doing?
also that time in the same series where he jumps into a volcano. Yes, a real
Talonflame.
volcano to save his Talonflame. Like Ash, how are you saving Talonflame if your destination is literal magma lava? I guess it's the thought that counts, right? But this is just plain stupid. If Froakie didn't evolve into Frogadier, Ash would have actually been toast. Not even a series later, and somehow Ash didn't learn anything from his past attempts of jumping off really high places to save his Pokemon because
People keep trying to theorycraft that the new boy, Roy. No, wasn't that the Prism Tower? The start of the series. Prism Tower is Lumiose Tower. Oh, I guess you just called it Lumiose Tower because you couldn't think of what the fuck it was called.
in Sun and Moon, as Pikachu's fighting Tapu Koko, what do we see them doing again? Oh, Pikachu gets thrown off the side, better get Ash to fly off as well so he can cushion the fall. Yeah, since that never failed to work. I will admit, I admire the hustle though. He's quick at getting himself killed in action with his Pokemon. Each of these are all going into the troll tier because all of them aren't sad, nor did he die, so they can't be in the painful tier.
Oh yeah,
This
he
is
did
Pokemon
literally die
essentially
in
trolling
the
us
in
with
the
Ash's
first
deaths,
season.
playing around with the idea while not exactly going through with it. Since, I mean, if they did, that would be really messed up. Nobody wants to see Ash die from a fall off a 40-story building.
Okay, so we were just counting literally every opportunity where Ash could have possibly died. I see what we're doing now. I did not have all the lights on.
Now, there are other dumb incidents of Ash almost dying that you could put in this tier, like Pikachu electrocuting Ash with his 100,000 bolts of electricity, or when he's getting pushed over ledges, not by his will, almost dying. For example, in the Entei movie, when Charizard comes in clutch at the very last second to save Ash and Pikachu from another very...
Imagine if Charizard still hated him at that point. Charmeleon evolved to save Ash. He evolved to beat Aerodactyl, let's be real. I was gonna go with, oh no, he probably would have still, no, he probably wouldn't have. If Charizard still hated him at that point, he probably wouldn't have done shit.
Certain death, which, yeah, at this point, Pokemon loves to tease Ash's deaths. Even in a few scenes later, he almost falls off again, but gets saved by Brock and Misty, along with Team Rocket out of all people. And Team Rocket even breaks the fourth wall, saying the only reason they helped Ash is because if he dies, they would be out of the show business, which honestly is a very true remark. Moving on to the sad tier, the tier that is the deaths that made us
still out
shed
of
a little tear. The first one,
they're not even in the series anymore, Jesse James Meowth. They aren't in the series either.
One has to be Ash's first and most famous movie death from the Pokemon movie Mewtwo Strikes Back. Mewtwo was low-key a savage here, thinking all clones are superior in every way to organic life, and thus making a clone army in order to fight and take over the world. But Ash, along with his friends and Pokemon, say otherwise. This is where we see a little battle going on, and I do mean little. This battle kinda went slow motion. I remember this fight when I was younger being a little more intense, but each Pokemon is just kind of wrestling with each other, trying to knock out the other. Mewtwo and Mew are duking it out in the sky. The Pokemon are falling down.
To be fair, the only ones legitimately fighting, I think, are Mewtwo and Mew.
To the fatigue of them battling in an even match. Ash at this point has had enough. Mew and Mewtwo charge up a powerful attack, ready to release it at each other, when Ash suddenly steps onto the scene, running directly towards the center of the blast, yelling them to stop, and, well, he gets pulverized. Or in this case, he actually turned into solid titanium, or whatever that material is. Although, this part in particular wasn't really the sad part. It's when Pikachu runs over, trying to wake up Ash with his half-baked electricity, tired from the fighting.
I'm getting goosebumps just watching the scene again. Fuck off.
And Pikachu starts tearing up.
I just want to know what move Mew and Mewtwo used. It's time to start crying. We're all adults here. We're gonna cry. I can't wait to get copyright claim for playing the entire scene.
Oh, how this got all the kids crying back in the day. And if that was you at some point, that's great because Ash ended up healing back to life somehow from everyone's tears. Yeah, I did find this a little odd, as every other time Ash quote-unquote died, he was revived by another Pokemon. I guess for the Mew's legendary
So Psystrike just turns you into solid titanium?
powers, all you really need to recover from them is a bunch of tears, since after all the Pokemon finish crying, he comes right back to life. So while yes, this is sad, I was tempted to actually put this in the painful tier instead, but it's a classic. And it was sad when I was younger, so this death deserves to be in the sad tier. The next time Ash died is by these weird orange blobs during the Pokemon movie Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. This death sequence was an interesting one to say the least. After Ash had awakened Lucario by being the ore farmer that he is, this big old tree called the Tree of Beginning starts to become the Tree of Ending, as the aura is left imbalanced, which leads to both of them rushing into the tree so they can fix the imbalance with the help of their aura. Aura is just life force, and Ash happens to be a master with it, similar to the Force in Star Wars, but in the Pokemon version, you can't move rocks with it. As that's going down, Mew in this movie is one of the guards for the tree, attracted to its aura since the Tree of Beginning produces a lot of aura, which attracts...
See you, Toronto. We're almost done anyway.
And Mew, being the Mew that it is, accidentally removes the relic from the tree since it thought it was...
Okay, I thought it was an actual Hitmontop. I didn't realize it was a toy. This entire time, he's just I thought he was just playing with a Hitmontop. Like it was a top.
a toy, which sends the kill squad of Reggies and giant orange blobs to remove all life forces besides Pokemon. These blobs were very successful at this because every human in that tree died basically, including Ash, Team Rocket, and his friends. Now, Ash's death alone arguably wasn't as sad as the first movie, but it's the events leading up to his death that
Oh no,
really got,
it's this.
honestly, very dark and tragic. The first to go was
It's them releasing their Pokemon as they get thrown in
Team
there.
Rocket, and just seeing Chad James releasing his Pokemon from his pocket before he gets reduced to nothing leaves such a dark vibe for the rest of the movie. Like later, May is watching her younger brother Max dying right in front
No,
of
this
her
was
eyes
this
by
was
this giant
sad.
blob of goo, taking all his aura energy along with Brock, which is low-key crazy for a movie meant for 10-year-olds. So yeah, when it came time for Ash's death, even without the super sad music, everything about this feels so tragic. I don't know how else to describe it. Pikachu does cry with the rest of Ash's other Mons, although it wasn't as good as the first movie. Still, this is gonna get all the kids crying again for sure. But since Pokemon doesn't want to scar millions of younglings across the world, Mew, using its powers, restores everyone's aura. Yet, the day isn't saved yet because they still had to return the relic to the tree. Because Mew was tired after healing everyone, Lucario and Ash had to use their aura powers to return the relic. Ultimately, Lucario had to sacrifice himself to save all of them since he didn't want Ash to die as well. And cause Lucario isn't a main character here, he doesn't get revived. Poor Lucario. This Ash death, while not being—
He was also technically like an ancient, super old Lucario, right? I think that it's fitting.
the saddest of them all, is still going to be in the sad tier. The next death, which really broke me as a kid, was during the black and white Victini movie, one of the best movies, where his death here begins when a giant sword-shaped island gets removed from the ground via Victini, whom he is not doing this from its own will. Instead, this guy Damien thinks he can restore his homeland using Victini's powers. Little did he know, this sword island wasn't supposed to be removed, since it destabilizes the land, and with Ash trying
We put that there for a reason!
to free Victini on it, well, we're kind of in for a wild ride. The sword thing keeps rising upwards in the sky, becoming corrupted from being removed. Damien realizes his mistake and tries to help save Ash and Victini, but it's too late. They're already now trapped inside, behind this thick layer of ruins. The air pressure becomes dense. The temperature is dropping each second due to them continuing to rise up higher in the skies, causing Ash to
Victini,
shut down and
you are a
collapse.
fire
Damien,
type.
along with Reshiram and Zekrom, who were summoned after the sword itself was lifted, tried to break the surrounding barrier.
Use overheat or something.
But it seems time's finally up for Ash. At this point, he knows it's too late. He tells Victini,
I'm really sorry. I know I promised you. I'd take you to the ocean.
Victini, you are a fire type. Put that thing back where it came
not
from,
even
or so
5
help
seconds
me.
later, Victini revives Ash. Nah, but this death was sad. The part that really got
It's gonna heat him up. Oh. I'll be going now. I'm back. But
got
no,
me was
no.
Victini was so sweet to Ash in this movie. Its final sacrifice actually felt earned. Like, they actually formed such a good bond to the point where I was genuinely pissed off when Ash never caught Victini after the movie ended. Since, yeah, unlike
The
Lucario,
fucking
Victini's
gears
death
turning.
is a fake-out death. Great movie though. This was one of my favorites when I was younger, because Victini is just awesome. One of the saddest and most brutal Ash deaths of them all was from the Pokemon movie I Choose You. Essentially,
yeah,
Ash
this
here
one.
was chosen by Ho-Oh and given a rainbow wing, which is only given out to trainers Ho-Oh deems worthy, so we're off to a good start. Yet, that's not gonna stop Ash from encountering danger in this movie, which of course he does, firstly by meeting this dude Cross, who is the main villain, and Marshadow, who makes Ash go sicko mode, fully possessing him at one point to see if he actually was worthy of holding onto the wing. Eventually, Cross gets jealous of Ash having the wing and not him, since he also thinks he's worthy. So he straight up murks the
I also like how they changed the whole fuck what I can't remember the trainer's name, but there was a whole thing about the Charmander. Now it's not that guy's Charmander, it's this guy's Charmander.
feather from Ash, but because he isn't in fact a worthy, responsible trainer, the wing becomes corrupted. Marshadow sees this and then takes the wing, but it releases dark energy to all nearby Pokemon, and then they all go sicko mode. Ash at this point is the only one who can restore the wing back to normal since he's the chosen one. So Ash fights Marshadow for the wing, Pikachu gets bodied, the corrupt Pokemon are now closing in, about to unleash a flurry of attacks, and everyone else that was with Ash previously was too far back to do anything to help, so he tells Pikachu to get back into his Pokeball. Pikachu obviously refuses and tries to fight back, but Ash knows not even Pikachu can do anything here, so he hugs onto Pikachu, blocking the oncoming attacks, getting absolutely blasted, barely surviving at this point. So Ash crawls towards Pikachu since he knows that they can't withstand another 15 Hyper Beams. He says one last time to him to get into the ball, and then Pikachu starts speaking human for the first time, but the attacks are coming, and it's too late. So he forces Pikachu into the Pokeball just in time, then the huge devastating blast accumulates the area, leaving him there 50% transparent. Pikachu hops out of the ball, and he sees his friend slowly fading away. Then Pikachu absolutely sells this next scene flawlessly. Meanwhile, Ash is in the afterlife or whatever, running back to reality. Pikachu sees that there's an opening in time and space and hops right into it, falling into Ash's arms. If you're wondering how the heck Ash came back from the death after previously getting obliterated, it's 100% due to Ho-Oh, since this was all part of his test as a worthy trainer. And I don't know about you guys, but...
No, the feather was a respawn token. Ash totally died. That was his one respawn.
After this, I'd say he's pretty worthy. This death is by far the most brutal out of them all, but it's also the saddest, so I'll keep it in this tier. But man, was this a crazy death. Moving on to the deaths that aren't sad, just normal painful deaths. Let's begin with the time Ash became an actual ghost.
Yeah, the one time he actually died.
Terror from the original series. While this one's a classic, Ash and Pikachu get brutally killed by a chandelier that falls on their heads, dying from impact, but then their spirits get lifted by Haunter, where they become actual living ghosts for the rest of the episode. Ash at first wanted to go back to being alive again, but found it being pretty fun as his ghost self, going straight to teasing Misty, lifting her up, trying to get a reaction, which is crazy that ghosts can easily interact with the real world. Yet after all the fun, he snaps back.
Crazy that ghosts can interact. Brother, it's Pokemon. There are ghosts everywhere. The fuck do you mean?
To reality, wanting to continue his goal become...
It's not like when I tell Gengar to use Fire Punch, it goes through the other Pokemon because he's incorporeal.
Pokemon Master, so he returns to his body and wakes up to Misty and Brock. I didn't know it was that simple to be revived from death. All he does here is plop right back into his body and poof, he's alive again. Likely, it has something to do with Haunter, but still. Relative to all of Ash's other deaths, this one, he actually...
I also love how he never actually caught that Haunter, but he gave it to Sabrina anyway.
Died in. Because how did he become a ghost if he didn't? Plus, he was in the sequence for a hot minute. A death that lasted only a few seconds.
But he did get a Gengar.
Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea. Where this death again isn't sad, but very brutal and painful because Ash basically drowned in a giant submerged island temple. Ash and May, along with Manaphy, are now tasked with trying to restore the Heart Crown back to its original place. But it's too late. At this point, water rushes in, flooding in all the exits. Ash now makes a last-ditch effort to make sure May and the rest stay safe while he goes to restore the Heart Crown on his own. Ash is a W-mans for going forward with this, doing parkour around the temple,
W-mans,
with a smile on his face, determined to return the Heart Crown, or else him and May will both die there. However, Ash's determination only takes him so far this time as he succumbs to the water and no longer can breathe. Floating up, no motion, eyes closed, body collapsed. This is where he dies for the 1 billionth time in the show, and would have remained dead had Manaphy not been there, because Manaphy unconsciously used Heart Swap to heal Ash, allowing him to temporarily breathe again so he can restore the Heart Crown piece back into place, completing his mission, stabilizing the giant underwater temple, and subsequently saving them all from drowning. More of a heroic sacrifice than a sad one, so gonna be in the painful tier, as drowning is one of the worst ways to go out. So here's the full tier list on screen with everything everything I've
I told her.
selected. Pikachu electrifying Ash with 100,000 volts of electricity, no matter the current, and him still surviving every time has to go into a tier of its own at this point. So this is the super great secret tier that I was saving for the end.
There's a thing going on in the...
I'm naming the Immortal tier, because Ash could be cooked.
There's a thing going on in the background that will be made apparent soon.
But is still standing. And I don't care if his shoes are slightly absorbing the power, it's 100,000 volts. Ash is immortal, which is actually very similar to one of the conspiracy theories I go over in this video on the screen to the right, where I talk about the top 10 conspiracy theories in Pokemon.
Oh, the Immortal. The Immortal is literally just every time he gets zapped. Okay, whatever. All right, funny video. Good job, Gooey. Good job. Go watch Gooey. Good job. He's a Goodra, and we like Goodra. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave this little React stream here. We're going to do these every Tuesday where we'll sit down for an hour or two and watch some videos and chat and hang out and just decompress after my long work week. And then we'll do some gaming on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. Tomorrow is Fee, which is a predecessor to Midnight Walk. It's from the same developers. I am going to be playing that to get footage as well as take notes for the Midnight Walk videos, so feel free to come and join me playing the full 5 or so hours that game is. And then we're going to be doing the Halo 3 Boogaloo, where me and 5 friends this time are going to be getting into Halo 3 and going through and playing Snipers, let me do the order. Snipers, Slayer, Oddball. Oddball is last. Snipers, Slayer, Capture the Flag, Oddball. And we've already done this for Halo Reach, Halo CE, and Halo 2. And we will also be doing it for Halo 4 and Halo 5 after Halo 3. Or sorry, not Halo 5, Halo Infinite. Halo 5 might be a little bit more complicated. But we will be doing a full playthrough of Halo 5 at some point on the channel. We need a 6th. I don't know where you're going to find a 6th person. I don't think Dan's going to be able to join unless we ask him last minute. But I am going to go ahead and leave the stream here, like I said. Thanks for watching. We'll figure that out. We're also going to go on and do a round of multiplayer online with random players as well. I forgot about that. But thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. And then the Halo the Halo 3 video will... Halo 3 stream will be at 7 p.m. Same time we started this stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm hitting the buttons. Bye-bye.